चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुवरं श्रीरूपनुगप्रवरं वृतरसरसिजं च नारायणं तं वन्दं। श्रीगुरुचरणं वन्दे रमणकृष्णाय भूतले रूपनुगभक्तिदं च कृपामूर्ते नारायणम्। सेवकुंज भजे रम्य गोवर्धन गिरो सदा राधा कुंज रसानंदे तत्तत् सेवा प्रदायकम्। गुरुं निरायणं यं तं वन्दे विनोदकृष्णकं यत्पादस्तुतिमात्रं तमोदारकुसुमं। वंशकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। First of all, my sister and Lord pronouns 1,000 times the Lord is Sri Paramarada Guru Pada Paramahansa Sri Paraswara Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Maharaj Sri Gurudev. Secondly, after my sister and Lord pronouns 1,000 times Lord Sri Sri Rupananda Gauri Pulvargam. And after my sister and Lord pronouns all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavas. By Sri Guru Pada Padma's Vaishnav's Kosh's mercy, we are celebrating Sri Ratha Yatra here in Sri Vrindavan Dham, Braj Mandal, that place where Jagannath himself always residing, desiring to be here. Jagannath is climbing on the chariot and he is heading towards Amritsar. In one form, Krishna, he is always here present as Vrindananda Shyamasundar. In one form, he is always, in one form, he is there, in separation, weeping for the Brajavasis. So Mahaprabhu, Vaishnava asked the question, why is Mahaprabhu, what is the speciality of this Ratha Yatra? Why Mahaprabhu is observing with so much enthusiasm, he is so happy? Why is Mahaprabhu like spreading this Ratha Yatra and making it, giving it so much importance? Because we look in the Chaitanya Charitamrita and we can see there that so many chapters have been dedicated to describing this Ratha Yatra Prasanga. From the Gundicha Mandir Marjan, from Mahaprabhu's giving mercy to King Pataparudra, who that happened during this Ratha Yatra itself. And then also the Ratha Yatra Prasanga himself, Mahaprabhu dancing in front of the chariots. And then upon then the return journey, Ratha Yatra, so much importance has been given. And we see that, we hear Harikatha, Guru Vaishnava, we study these chapters, we can see that there some specialities have become apparent. It's like when you boil the milk and the cream comes to the top. When you churn the yogurt, then the cream rises to the top. So the butter. So we can see that by churning this Ratha Yatra Prasanga, then some special glory, some special things have arisen. And when we can see that Mahaprabhu himself, as he was observing, dancing in front of Jagannath, you see he was reciting one verse, Ya Gomara Hara, is from Sahitya Darapan, where this verse, it seems like it is a mundane love poetry. Whereas the heroine, she is expressing that, oh, I am that same person, this is my same beloved, these are the same months of Chaitra, this spring season, and they are on the same bank, on the bank of the Reva river, under the Vetasi tree, but yet I am not feeling, this is the same month of Chaitra with the same love and everything, but I'm not feeling the happiness. I want to go back to that when I was meeting my lover there under that Vetasi tree. She was remembering her youth, remembering her previous engagement. So that people, all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas are wondering why is Mahaprabhu reciting this mundane love poetry from Sahitya Darpan. No one could understand it. Except for two persons. One is Damodar Goswami. He is so close and dear to Mahaprabhu, he knows everything. And second person was Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami, hearing this verse, then he composed his own parallel verse. Priyaso ham sahachari kurukshetra militas. Tada ham saradha vaya Krishna sangama sukam. So he's saying that in this verse that Rupa Goswami wrote this verse, and what did he do? Then he wrote it on a pamphlet and put it on his roof in his hut. Then happened that Rupa Goswami went to taking bath in the ocean, that Mahaprabhu, he would come every day to take darshan of Rupa Goswami. Why? Because Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, they had been working for the Muslim government, like Hussain Shah and the Muslim emperor. So out of the humility, they thought we have lost our caste, we are very low and fallen. They had the extreme mood of Chinada Krishna. And they used to stay at Siddha Bakul with Haridas Thakur there. Haridas Thakur also is in this mood, I am born in the Yavan school, this dynasty of Muslims. But you would never go to the Jagannath temple, neither would Rupa and Sanatana. But rather they just take darshan of the chakra of the temple, this would be their darshan. But every day Jagannath himself, in the form of Mahaprabhu, would come and give his darshan to them. So one day Mahaprabhu came and he saw that in the top of the roof, this one parchment was there. He pulled it out and he read this verse, Priyaso ham sahachari kurukshetra militas. Parallel verse to this Yakomarha verse from Sahitya Darpan. When he read that, then he understood. Mahaprabhu was surprised. He said that how Rupa Goswami understood know my heart. I was not revealing, I did not reveal my heart to anybody. And Rupa Goswami, he knows, for Rupa he has known everything. There, this mood of this Paragya Bhav is very, very permanent. And this is Paragya Bhava Brajate Ulas. This gives Ulas, happiness and joy there in Braj Mandala. And this is the permanent mood that is prevalent there, actually throughout all rasa. Even in Vatsalya rasa, even the Braj Gopis, they love their own son, but they love Krishna more than their own son. And they want that Krishna will come to their house and steal butter. Even the Sakhas, they love Krishna more than anyone else, even their own family members. And that is why the Braj Gopis, they love Krishna also more than their own husband, anybody. Everyone in Braj Mandal, they have this mood for Krishna. But this is a special reality, this is in full effect only in Madhurya rasa. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the mood of Srimati Radhika, that is where there at Kurukshetra, when Krishna is coming to meet with all Rajvasis, then Radhika is lamenting in separation, thinking, oh, this is my same Krishna, I am that same Radha. We are now here, but Krishna is surrounded by so many elephants and horses and chariots and his soldiers and commander-in-chief and his Yadu Vamsa, everything. I am not happy. I desire to go back to Vrindavan on the bank of the Yamuna under the Kadamba tree, and I want to hear and where Krishna can play the flute on the fifth note. But Radhika is hankering for this mood, desiring this. Why? Because he knows that only Krishna will be happy there in Brahmanda. So Mahaprabhu is nourishing this mood of Samyogini Radha and this Paragya Bhav, this Paragya Rasa. And he is expressing it and he's relishing while dancing in front of Jagannath. And Jagannath seeing this mood, then he also, his eyes are becoming even more wide and he's staggering and the chariot is moving slowly with the chariot. And Mahaprabhu, when he's dancing, sometimes he's hiding, he's going out, he's moving here and there. And when Jagannath cannot see Mahaprabhu, then the chariot is also coming to a stop. And this way, Jagannath will not move forward at all. And when Mahaprabhu again comes in his vision, then he gets to dance. Mahaprabhu, he's He's only chanting Jaga, Gaga, Jaga, Gaga. And he's saying the Say Ratha Parama Payano, Jaha Lagi Marana Dahana Dhuri. I have now saying that I have again received my Nath, in whose absence my life was withering away. I was burning in separation. So many things. Mahaprabhu is sometimes very incoherent. Then there is one verse in Orissa, one word in Orissa, I forget how it is. He's calling, he's referring to Jagannath in a way, calling him out. Paramundi Jai. Jagannath Paramundi Jai, calling him out in this way, again and again. This way, Mahaprabhu is exhibiting so many ecstatic symptoms, so many ways. It is said that during the Ratha Yatra, Mahaprabhu is seen dancing in 7 parties simultaneously. 7 parties. One party was, in each party there was being one lead singer, one lead dancer, 2 mridanga players. In each party. One party headed by Nityanandapu, one party headed by Advaita Acharya, one party this Srivas Pandit, and one so many different parties there. In that party where Srivas Pandit is singing, there we see Nityanandapu is dancing. And then Haridas Thakur is dancing in one party. Advaita Acharya is dancing in one party. Bhakti Pandit is dancing in one party. One by one, Mukunda is singing in one party. The Ghosh brothers singing in one. Then the Srikhanda Vasis there have one party. Then there is Ramachandra Khan came, this Ramachandra Khan's village. Anyhow, the Santipur Vasis are in one party, and then the third party is from Srikhanda Vasis and this Kulinagaram Vasis. Every year the Mahaprabhu gives instructions and bring the ropes from this Kulinagaram. And then every year they ask questions from Mahaprabhu during this Ratha Yatra. They ask him who is glories of Vaishnava, and glories of Harinam, glories of Shraddha, all these things come in these questions one by one. So many teachings there. You can see during this Ratha Yatra. And we have deliverance of Maharaj Patakruta, Gopi gave sung during that time. And during that time also Mahaprabhu is dancing in Ratha Yatra, and then Mahaprabhu is manifesting the mood of Swarupa of Srimati Radhika herself. That time Nityanandapu is staying some distance. And when he is not in that mood, then Nityanandapu, Mahaprabhu is jumping in the air and falling down, and Mahaprabhu is coming and protecting him, bringing all the devotees, making a circle around Mahaprabhu, 1 circle, 2 circles. No one would trample on him. So much public. So many ecstasies Mahaprabhu was experiencing that time, again and again. And just by doing these things, then what happens? That Anugrahaya Bhaktanam Manusundeham Asita. He said that Bhajate Tadrisha Krida Yashrutva Tatparova. Yashrutva, just by hearing about these pastimes, Tatparova, immediately at once, then a greed will enter into the heart. One will also desire to follow in the footsteps. One will also desire to enter into these moods. One will begin to do seva, service. The service tendency mood will come in the heart. That mood which is that seva vritti, that braj seva vritti will come. That is what Mahaprabhu is distributing. And it's all happening through the medium of this kirtan. So, by this Ratha Yatra Prasanga, not only one thing is accomplished, but so many things are accomplished. So many benefits. Incalculable kalyan auspiciousness is given to the world. And therefore, by the sadhak, when he hears and he remembers this Ratha Yatra Prasanga, then we can also get some. His greed, his chances of greed will also enter into his heart. So the Vaishnavas, Guru Parvat, by their mercy, then we can slowly also realize something about these topics. there are many speakers here. I'm here, Manchaga, let us start passing the Yatra, Pratana, Bhavana, Vaishnava.
Omagyanatilammasya Gyananjincha Chakshurunnitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Ravi Gaurachandaya Hamdaya Krishna Krishna Vandeyam Shri Guruvaram Shri Bhagavatam Rasasitam Cha Shri Guru Charanam Mandayam Nisthaya Bhutam Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Shri Sanyasi Jai Rup Sanatana Prajna Shri Rupa Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. First of all, I offer my Sastanga Dhanava Pranam to the Buddha's feet of our spirituals. Jai Shri Bhakti Shri Hari Shri Jai Shri Bhakti Shri Hari Jai So the question we asked, what is the need for Mahaprabhu to sing and dance during the Harikara, during this Yatra festival, and why does he encourage all the devotees to come to this Jagannath Puri Yatra? What is the reason? Because we see that all the devotees from Gauravandam, they would come to be there with Mahaprabhu for 4 months. It is beginning with this Yatra festival. And Mahaprabhu himself would garland each and every one of these devotees. He would go all the way to Uttaravala and receive each and every one of these devotees, and he would garland them, and he would put chandan on them. Once Pratapudra Maharaj, he wanted to know who these associates were. Then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya and Gopinath Acharya, they themselves started pointing out to Pratapudra Maharaj. Oh, that is Advaita Acharya, that is Srivas Thakur, that is Nityananda Prabhu, that is Shuklambar Brahmachari, that is Murari Gupta, that is Damodar Pandit. All these different associates, one after another, they would point out. And Mahaprabhu, how with so much love, he would embrace every devotee who came. And he left and he would put his garland on them and he would bathe them in his tears. Like we say, when Mahaprabhu went to South India for 6 years, there in South India we heard this Harikatha. He gave Sambandha Abhiday Prayojan by only one line. Bolo Krishna, Bhajo Krishna, Kavo Krishna Siksha. Bolo Krishna, he gave Sambandha. Bhajo Krishna, he gave Abhiday. And Kavo Krishna Siksha, he gave Prayojan. So this way everywhere he went there. Jayadegi Tarai Karu, Krishna Upadesh, Amara Kyayata, Taravaidesh. There everywhere he went, he preached this Krishna Siksha. And we see. And then we hear that when Mahaprabhu brought back his Kala Krishnadas, and Mahaprabhu, he told his devotees, no, I have nothing to do with this Brahmin. No, I don't want to keep him in my association. Then Nityananda Prabhu, he sent Kala Krishnadas in Navadvip, saying, go tell all the Gauravandal Vasis that Mahaprabhu has come back to Jagannath Puri. At that time, Paramananda Puri, he was staying in Sachidevi's house. Because we know Sachidevi, any sannyasi who would come, she would serve them with so much love and affection. Even Maharanga Puri himself came to her house. Rangapuri, Ishwar Puri, everyone. So when Paramananda Puri went there, he heard Mahaprabhu had come. So Paramananda Puri, he had one sevak called Kamala Kanta. So along with Kamala Kanta, he was the first one to come to Jagannath Puri. First one there. And you see how much love Mahaprabhu had for Paramananda Puri. You see, he would not even address him by his name. He would address him as Puri Goshai. He would only address him this way, not even by his name. Because we should be very careful when uttering the name of our spiritual master. It's not just utter his name out of carelessness. Saying, oh, my spiritual master is Narayana Maharaj. It is not even proper. And you see how Mahaprabhu, how much respect he had for his Guru. So we hear this Paramananda Puri, he was the first one to come. Yeah. And then we see that all the other associates would come one after another, one after another. And who would arrange for all these associates to come? Nityananda Prabhu would bring everyone together. Advaita Acharya would bring everyone. Even Sachidevi would come. Everyone would come except one person. And who was that? Vishnu Priya. Except Vishnu Priya, everyone would come. Even Mother Sachi would come. But she would not come. Because this is a sacrifice that Mahaprabhu had made. So then we hear that Shivananda Sen, who is Devabhati, was yesterday. He would also bring all the devotees together. And then we hear that one day when Shivananda Sen brought all the devotees to one place, he had not made the arrangements in one place. For some reason, because they were late, accommodation was not there. So then Nityananda Prabhu, he kicked Shivananda Sen. So then when he kicked him there, and he said, may your children die, may your family be destroyed, everything. So Shrikanta, the nephew of Shivananda Sen, he became very upset. And he was thinking, why Nityananda was speaking this way? Shivananda Sen's wife was crying, so many things happening. And then when Shrikanta met Mahaprabhu, he said, I know the doubt you have in your heart. He said, know that even when Nityananda gives a curse, it is not actually a curse, it is the greatest of blessings. Then we see what to speak of his children dying. One of his children was Kavi Kannapur Goswami himself, who Mahaprabhu himself named this boy. He told Shivananda Sen, you named this boy Puri Das. But then Shivananda Sen, he named him as Paramananda Das, not as Puri Das. So here one may question that why did he name his son as Paramananda Das instead of Puri Das? Because Mahaprabhu would not address Paramananda Puri by his name. When he said Puri Das, it is actually Paramananda Puri Das. So Shivananda Sen, knowing the heart of Mahaprabhu, he named this boy as Paramananda Das. And so then all the devotees would come there. What to speak of the devotees? Mahaprabhu had so much love to even a dog, for even a dog that had any connection with devotees. Because we see that Shivananda Sen, he bought one dog also there to Jagannath Puri. So this dog, you can see there's a very beautiful picture of Mahaprabhu blessing this dog. So this dog had been following all the devotees. And when they had to cross the river, Shivananda Sen, he told the boatman, this dog is also part of our party. He said, no, I won't take this dog from the boat, a very impure animal. Then he said, I'll pay for the dog how much ever you want. And he gave him as much money as he wanted, and he bought the dog also. And then we see, because the dog was Shivananda Sen's like object of affection, Mahaprabhu himself gave this coconut pulp to the dog. And he said, chant Krishna's name, chant Krishna's name. And the dog was chanting, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. And in front of everyone's eyes, the dog went to Vaikuntha. Assumed the four-armed form went to Vaikuntha. That's why Mahaprabhu said that when Satyaraj Khan's father, Gundaraj Khan, when he wrote this book, Sri Krishna Vijay, he said, this Nandanandan more Prananath, he said. Mahaprabhu said, just because he has uttered this line, Nandanandan more Prananath, I am sold to every person of Kuling ground. He said, even if a dog comes there, I respect that dog of that village. This was theory, and here you see practical. When Shivananda Sen's dog came, you see how Mahaprabhu loved that dog so much. So we see all the devotees came there. And they stayed with Mahaprabhu during his Rath Yatra time. And we see there Mahaprabhu himself, he would arrange so much Mahaprasad for all the devotees. He would tell Kashi Mishra, you can arrange nice, as much bhoga as you can, as much Jagannath Mahaprasad as you can, and I'll feed them. And then we see in this Jagannath Vallabh Bhatika, Mahaprabhu would make all the devotees sit down, and Mahaprabhu himself would feed all of them Jagannath Mahaprasad by his own hands. And none of the devotees would eat unless Mahaprabhu had eaten first. And then Sarup Damodar Goswami, whose Tiruvamtiti was also yesterday, he would request Mahaprabhu that kindly honor some Mahaprasad, only then the others will honor this Mahaprasad. And then all the others, Mahaprabhu would sit down, he would take Mahaprasad and all the others. And we see Mahaprabhu would not even eat anything. Only some shark, some little sabji, nothing else. While all the other devotees, he would feed them as much as he wanted to. But for himself, he would never eat anything. No. So this example we are also seeing in our temple. Vaishnavas, you see, they are feeding everyone so much as they want. This, that. And you see any person who comes to our temple in 1 year, 10 kgs he increases, like 10 kgs, 10, 15 kgs. This is like surely increases, weight will surely increase. I have not seen one person who has become thin after joining the temple, not even 1%. Every person has become so fat actually after joining the temple. But you see the Vaishnavas themselves, they eat like very less, bare minimum, nothing much. So this is like Mahaprabhu's follower. So Mahaprabhu is also like this. He feed all the devotees as much as he wants, but he himself would very bare minimum. So in this way we say that Mahaprabhu in this way would feed everyone. Why? Because he knew that people will be coming for this Rath Yatra in the future, and I'll have to set the example. Because you see, as soon as one comes to Jagannath Puri, it is said one goes to have darshan of Jagannath and he should honor Mahaprasad. Mahaprabhu himself is showing, don't neglect Jagannath Mahaprasad. Never neglect it. Get it, honor it. And here we see how he is feeding all the devotees in this way. And then Mahaprabhu himself, with all the devotees, he would do Kirtan. Not just during the Rath Yatra, for many days before the Rath Yatra and also after the Rath Yatra. Especially during these 9 days when Jagannath is in Gundicha temple, Mahaprabhu will always be doing Kirtan. And sometimes when Mahaprabhu would do Kirtan, then it said that Gaur yadi piche chale, then Sham rahe sthir. When Mahaprabhu would go behind the chariot, then Jagannath would not even move. His chariot would become still. And then Gaur yadi aage chale, Sham chale piche piche. And then when Mahaprabhu would come in the front, then Sham, he would, as Jagannath, he would start following him from behind. We see when Mahaprabhu would be doing Kirtan and the chariot would stop, we see that they would use so many elephants to pull the chariot, but still the chariot would not move. Now don't think this is an exaggeration, that they are using elephants. Someone may say, oh, where is it being driven? I am not seeing, now where are you seeing elephants in Jagannath Puri? But this is true. I was seeing one picture of Jagannath Puri from the 1800s, 1880 or 1890. There I saw there are actually 2 elephants by the side of the chariot. It's true. Elephants were there even in the late, like until 1950, 1940, there were elephants there during the Rath Yatra. Because you see, then these elephants were pulling the chariot as much as they could, but still the chariot would not move. And then Mahaprabhu, by his own head, he would push the chariot and then the chariot would start moving in this way. So why would Mahaprabhu dance so ecstatically? What is the reason? Because we see that this Sankirtan is a Yuga Dharma of Kali Yuga. We see that this verse in the Bhagavatam, so many verses there, that Eta Nivrityamanam Echitapatobhayam Yoginam Nipananitam Harir Namanu Kirtanam. So you see here also Harir Namanu Kirtanam. You should do Kirtan with this Harir Nam. We see Hare means who? When we say only Hara, it is Srimati Radhika. Hare means Srimati Radhika along with all the Sakhis and Manjaris. This is the meaning of Hari. Hari is in the plural sense, not in the singular sense. So there we see that Mahaprabhu would be doing Kirtan there. Like it has been that verse now, that Kale Dosha Guna Rajan Asti Kumanapuna Kirtan Deva Krishnasya Mukta Sangam Param Rajet. That this Kali Yuga is a notion of faults. But still, Kirtan Deva Krishnasya Mukta Sangam Param Rajet. There is one good quality, that is Hari Kirtan. Shinvatam Sakrishnam, Punya Shramana Kirtanam, Helasta Avadrani Vidunoti Surutsatam. So Krishna himself enters the heart through Kirtan. Therefore Mahaprabhu emphasized so much on this Kirtan. In fact, we've not even seen a Mahaprabhu like pulling the chariot by the rope. Like we see sometimes people are fighting so much to pull the chariot. But how much are people trying to sing and dance in front of Jagannath? That is the mood of Mahaprabhu. When you're singing and dancing, when you're bringing him there to Vrindavan. And we see that Mahaprabhu will be there in the association of all the devotees will be singing. Like Sarup Damodar, Rai Ramananda, they will be singing in one group. And Srivas Thakur will be singing, Advaita Acharya, Vakreshwar, Pandit Haridas Thakur, Nityananda Prabhu, they will be dancing. The Ghosh brothers, Vasu Ghosh, Madhav Ghosh, Govinda Ghosh, they will be singing in one group. And Mahaprabhu will be absorbed in the mood of Srimati Radhika. Because we see that when Krishna disappeared from the Rasa dance, then what did the gopis do? The gopis, they all went on the bank of the Yamuna and they started singing there. Why they went to the bank of the Yamuna? Because the bank of the Yamuna is an open space. There Krishna can listen to their kirtan even more clearly, more than even in the forest. Because in the forest there are many trees. In the forest their kirtan will be like Aranya Rodham. Aranya Rodham means to weep in the forest. Who can? If you go and cry in the forest, Aranya Rodham, then who can listen to you crying? No one can listen to you crying. But if you go out in the open, you can listen. So therefore all the gopis went out in the open and they started doing kirtan. Jayati Dedikam Janmana Raja Shaita Indira Shastra Bhaktani Daita Dishyatam Vichitavakas Vaidita Shavas Tam Vichinmate. All these different kirtans they started singing. And then Krishna he appeared. He heard the gopis singing Tavagatam Tapta Jivanam Kavibiritam Kalmashatam Shavana Mangalam Srimadatam Bhuvirinamkiye Bhuvidajanam. Then Krishna appeared. So similarly here Mahaprabhu is in the same mood of Srimati Radhika. He feels Krishna has disappeared from the Rasa dance and he's doing kirtan there. In that same mood of the gopis. And all the gopis there, they're like, and all those groups of devotees, they're like different groups of gopis. And they're all singing. Because we see, in separation, there are no different groups of gopis. All groups of gopis become one. They're all Swapaksha. There's no Vipaksha, Tatashta, Surit. When Krishna disappears, they all become one. So therefore we see during this time, everyone would be there, singing. And then we see that all the different devotees, they would surround the chariot from all sides. Like we see that the one Kirtan party from Chandipur, Achyutananda Prabhu's Kirtan party, they would be on the side of the chariot. And one Kirtan party from Kuringaon, Satraj Khan's Kirtan party, they would be behind the chariot. And there would be one Kirtan party from Srikanda, Raghunandan Thakur's Kirtan party, Mukunda, Vaidya, Raghunandan Thakur, Narisara, they would be on the left side of the chariot. And then in front of Jagannath's chariot, there would be 4 Kirtan parties. This Char Sampradaya Kirtan parties. And this will be 7 Kirtan parties. And there we see Mahaprabhu, he'll be dancing in all the Kirtan parties together. 7 Kirtan parties. And every group would only think that Mahaprabhu is only dancing in their party, not in any other party. And only a few people could see. Like we see Pratapadra Maharaj, he saw. We say, what am I seeing? I'm seeing that he's dancing in all 7 parties. How is this possible? Then Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya said, this is because we have Mahaprabhu's special mercy. This is why you are seeing this. And you realize. The same way like Krishna also, he was dancing with all the gopis. Not that Krishna became many, no. Only one Krishna was dancing in so many groups. It seemed that Krishna had become many, but actually it was the same Krishna. Similarly here also, it was the same Mahaprabhu was dancing in all the Kirtan parties here. And all the devotees are doing Kirtan more and more. So here you see, why was Mahaprabhu doing so much Kirtan? Because he knew in the future, this Ratha Yatra festival will spread everywhere. All around the world, this Ratha Yatra festival will spread. In such unimaginable ways. Now you see in every country, in every city, every town this Ratha Yatra festival is going on throughout the entire year. So Mahaprabhu is showing to all the devotees that only pulling the chariot, only making all the arrangements will not be. We also have to have the bhav. There is chesta and there is bhav. There is only chesta but no bhav, then what is the use? They also have that bhav to do. And this way, with this bhav, Mahaprabhu is like pulling the chariot on his brain. He's keeping Jagannath on his heart. Why? Because it said, Urukrama Chittayana. The gopis, they took this Urukram on the chariot of their hearts. This is one interpretation. But the other interpretation is, Krishna himself took the gopis on the chariot of his heart. This is another interpretation. So similarly, Mahaprabhu is taking Jagannath on the chariot of his heart. But actually Jagannath, he is taking Mahaprabhu on the chariot of his heart. There are two considerations here. Don't think that is the same thing. There are two considerations here. They're carrying each other on the chariot of their hearts. And this way Mahaprabhu is singing, dancing, and all the devotees doing kirtan. In this way. And now you see the Ratha Yatra is spread everywhere now. Devotees are so inspired. Like recently I was just seeing a news article. There, one person, what did he do? This one person, he made a chariot, and he made this chariot Bluetooth enabled chariot. Bluetooth enabled. And then he said, and then using his Bluetooth, even though he was very far away, he was pulling the chariot by his Bluetooth. In this way. And then when people were saying this, they were thinking, oh, just see, even modern technology Jagannath is accepting now. Even this technology is accepting now. Now Jagannath has touched everyone's hearts now. Even all these people who have no conception of religion whatsoever, who have no conception of Sanatana Dharma, Krishna Bhakti, whatsoever, nothing. Even such people now, they are also taking part in the chariot festival. People who have no regard whatsoever, they are also inspired. This Jagannath festival. This festival of chariots. So Mahaprabhu knew this. He is Trikala Darshi. So therefore he started singing and dancing in this way. So lastly, I just end with this. We see that Sarup Damodar and Shivananda Sen, they are such intimate devotees of Mahaprabhu. You see that Shivananda Sen, he was from this Ali Sahar. And then one Shivananda Sen, he had a doubt in his heart. That is, Nakul Brahmachari, is Mahaprabhu really appearing in Nakul's heart? Then we see that indeed Mahaprabhu was appearing in his heart. And then Nakul, he recited this Gaur Gopal mantra into Shivananda Sen's ear, and he realized that Mahaprabhu is indeed appearing there. And we see that Shivananda Sen, he was mainly responsible for bringing all the devotees. And Mahaprabhu loved him so much. And Sarup Damodar, we see, if we miss Sarup Damodar's, if we don't realize his glories, his importance, then we will not even know who Mahaprabhu is. We will not even know what the Ratha Yatra festival is. Because who is the main singer in this Ratha Yatra festival? The main Kirtaniya. It is Sarup Damodar. Without him, the Ratha Yatra is incomplete. Because what has it been said in Chaitanya Charitamrita? It has been said, Chandidas Vidyapati, Rayer Nataka Kiti, Karnamrita Shri Gita Govinda, Sarup Ramananda Sange, Mahaprabhu Ratri Dine, Paramananda. See here, listen to the Kirtans of Chandidas, Vidyapati, Raya Ramananda Natak, Gita Govind, and Krishna Karnamrit in the association of Sarup Damodar Raya Ramananda Mahaprabhu, day and night, if you observe this Paramananda, topmost happiness. Sarup Damodar would be giving him so much bliss by singing these Kirtans. Because Mahaprabhu, he would only listen to what Sarup Damodar and Raya Ramananda would sing, especially during his Gambhira Leela. Therefore, any person who would want to submit something would have to come to Sarup Damodar. And Sarup Damodar, he would even chastise one person if he was not ideal. Like we say, once one person, he said Mahaprabhu is Chal Vigraha and Jagannath is Achal Vigraha. He wrote some poem. And Sarup Damodar chastised him. Saying, what are you doing? How can you say this? If Mahaprabhu listens to this, how much pain he will feel in his heart. Then Sarup Damodar himself, first he did Kandan, and then he did Mandan. And then he took out all the faults and he made him read it to Mahaprabhu, Mahaprabhu became sorry. And once Bhagwan Acharya, he came there. He was the son of Shatananda Kali. So when Bhagwan Acharya came there, he told Sarup Damodar, I brought my younger brother, Gopal Chakravarti. And he's read the Sharirik Bhashya, you should listen to it. Sarup Damodar chastised him, saying, what are you doing? Mayavad Bhashya Surite Hoy Sarvanash. But he said, no, he studied, but still he's Krishna Bhakta. And don't do this. Chastise Bhagavan Acharya. If you do such things, you'll displease Mahaprabhu so much. So therefore, any devotee who would want to serve Mahaprabhu would be under the guidance of Sarup Damodar. In fact, Govinda Prabhu would think, I will not let Sarup Damodar Raya Ramananda come today. Because whenever they enter inside the Gambhira, Mahaprabhu is only crying and crying. So I'll have to stop them. Then Mahaprabhu told Govinda, if you don't let Sarup Damodar Raya Ramananda enter inside the Gambhira, then I won't eat anything, I won't sleep, I won't do anything. I'll just keep crying the whole day. Because Govinda was thinking they only come and make Mahaprabhu weep. What is the need for them to enter inside the Gambhira? And then immediately he'd go follow the feet of Sarup Damodar and said, please come inside. And Mahaprabhu again will be so happy in this association. And you see Sarup Damodar, when Mahaprabhu took sannyas and he left, Sarup Damodar immediately took sannyas and left also. He was also in Gangadas Pandit's stove. He went to Kashi, he took sannyas there from Chaitanya Ananda Bharati. And because his brahmachari name was Sarup, he was supposed to receive this title Tirtha. But he retained his brahmachari name. And like Mahaprabhu also. His name should have been Bharati, but he retained his brahmachari name also. So here you see there's something very important to note. Some devotees may feel that like when some devotees are taking sannyas, they're retaining their brahmachari names. Oh, their names are not there, 108 sannyas names, this, that, there's so many things. But you see here, Mahaprabhu himself, by his own example, he has shown how he retained his name. Sarup Damodar, how he retained his name. So can anyone be a greater devotee than them? So it means you're challenging them itself then. So we see here that Sarup Damodar Goswami, he came there, he took sannyas, and then he came there. And then he uttered this very famous verse. The last line is which, Shri Chaitanya Dayanidhe. Shri Chaitanya Dayanidhe, Tavadaya Amanta Udoy. Say that, oh Mahaprabhu, you have an ocean of compassion, you have this Amanda Udoy. Amanda Udoy means it never causes any manda, any misfortune. And Mahaprabhu embraced him. So therefore, this Chaitanya Charitamrita we see is the essence of Sarup Damodar Goswami's Kadacha. Anything we know about Mahaprabhu, especially this Ratha Yatra prasang, is coming from who? It is coming from Sarup Damodar Goswami. Whatever we are listening, all these things, he personally witnessed, he realized in his heart. And he told Raghunath Das Goswami everything. And Raghunath Das Goswami told Kaviraj Goswami. He wrote everything down in Chaitanya Charitamrita. So therefore, they disappeared on the same day as the Ratha Yatra, which goes on to say that if you don't place yourself under the guidance of Mahaprabhu's associates like Sarup Damodar and Shivan the same, even whatever Ratha Yatra you are observing will be incomplete. You will not even realize anything. Only by their mercy will you realize. So very auspicious speaking yesterday. I can only hope that their mercy and compassion will reach our friends. Inshallah.
चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरुवरं श्रीरूपानुगप्रवरं व्रजरसरसिकं चन्दरायणं तं प्रपन्नं श्रीगुरुचरणं वन्दे रमानप्रस्थाय भूतले रूपानुगभक्तिदं च कृपामूर्तिनारायण वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। First of all, I offer my Sastanga and Pranams unto the lotus feet of our most worshipful Srila Gurudev, Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnupad Shishnat Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Shri Guru Maharaj, to our Rupa Guru Varga, and to all assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So this Ratha Yatra festival, so many things we can learn. But one thing to appreciate, and this is a question of the Vaishnava, how is this helpful to us, conditioned jivas? Many years already, like I'm speaking of myself, even coming to Jagannath Puri and staying with Vaishnavas and observing this festival. Indeed, very wonderful festival. But just this year I'm beginning to appreciate something. That when we talk about like Jiva, we are just trying to establish our relationship with Bhagavan, with Krishna. Of course, it begins with name. We don't, Krishna so far away, but only by mercy of the devotee, then they're giving this connection, and it begins with the name. Then from that name, then you begin to appreciate the form, the qualities, and the pastimes. Ultimately, we are given this appreciation that, oh, if we can enter into the pastimes of Krishna, then this will be the perfection. So, when we talk about the pastimes of Krishna, one thing is Krishna comes personally, but that's like in the day of Brahma one time. Mahaprabhu comes one day in the day of Brahma. But one thing I'm appreciating now that we don't have to wait for their coming to be engaged, to be involved in the pastimes of Krishna. And this is what we're appreciating actually. Mahaprabhu and the devotees, they're arranging that the conditioned jivas can immediately now be a part of Krishna's pastime. And how is that? By the murti, the deities. For example, Sri Jagannath. Then, actually this is not different from Sri Krishna. When Mahaprabhu came, then he's showing how in his Leela as Mahaprabhu, now he's actually engaging also in the Leela of Jagannath. That this Jagannath is not different from Krishna himself, who is actually in separation of the Brijbasis. And so then, therefore, they're arranging all these festivals to make the Jiva appreciate, like, oh, you can be involved. Krishna is here, and he's feeling separation of the Brijbasis. And actually, he is performing, he's engaging all these different activities that you can be engaged. And this is now opportunity for you to be involved in his pastime. Just daily doing arti, that itself already is, now you're engaging in seeing, for example, here we have Radha Bihari. Radha Bihari is not different from Sri Krishna. By participating in his arti, we're actually, we can appreciate in this way that, oh, this is his pastime. Now, we're having interest with his pastime. I can see him every day. I can offer lamps. But especially in festivals like Ratha Yatra, there's so much meaning is there as far as appreciating the love of the Brijbasis, the love of Srimati Radharani. So, but this is something like an open secret. Only when you're living with the devotees and they're making you appreciate all this, then you begin to realize something and take advantage of this. Like for example, we just heard how this Ratha Yatra festival, on this Ratha Yatra day, that is also the disappearance of Swarup Damodar and Shivananda Singh. They are two very prominent personalities that if without them, how would have the devotees of Bengal participate in Ratha Yatra? Like really. Shivananda Singh have taken that responsibility. He's gathering all the devotees. He's paying for everything, from lodging prasadam, and for all the expenses. And he is so kind that even a dog who happens to show like interest and joining the devotees group, he even taking responsibility also. So then they're able to come to Ratha Yatra festival. If not for him, then who would take care? And this is what Lord Nityananda is showing example. The devotees, without for some time, because Shivananda Singh was not there, then they have nothing to eat. They have nothing to stay, and therefore Lord Nityananda became angry and cursing his sons. But then Shivananda Singh was not at all even disturbed or unhappy. He was actually happy that yes, Lord Nityananda is accepting me as a servant. Otherwise, how he would not punish? How he would punish me? And he consoled his wife that don't think that Lord Nityananda by cursing this is inauspicious. Everything Lord Nityananda do is auspicious. So here we get an glimpse like how because of the mercy and the endeavors of the Vaishnavas, like for example Shivananda Singh and Swarup Damodar, then the devotees are able to come to Jagannath Puri. They participate in this big festival and then able to see and witness Mahaprabhu. Actually fulfill their desire to be with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu now staying in Jagannath Puri. So Jagannath Puri, we know is like a place of separation. But it's also a place of meeting, because by this Ratha Yatra festival, by this Chaturmasya month, then the devotees in Bengal, they have a reason to come to Jagannath Puri and stay with Mahaprabhu. And for 4 months they stay with Mahaprabhu. After that, Mahaprabhu would send them back. And then for the meantime that they're in Bengal, then they're thinking, when will Ratha Yatra come? When will the Chaturmasya come? Because again, they will come to Mahaprabhu. But by the arrangement of Shivananda Singh, everything is happening. So I'm just seeing also, if not for the Vaishnavas preparing everything, or like yesterday, we're going Ratha Yatra. Sometimes we take for granted, but they're arranging all the buses, they're cooking all the prasadam. And so that Vaishnavas can celebrate and they can do kirtan and perform like this activity that should help us realize that now I'm actually trying to be engaged in the pastime of Krishna. This is his pastime. Now his pastime is as a deity, and he will accept our service. And so then they're arranging, yes, serve, go in this way. And Mahaprabhu himself is showing the example, how to attract him. He's dancing, he's doing kirtan. Just like we hear in Braj, every movement is a dance. Every word is a song. Meaning, very attractive. This frame is manifesting all these different gestures and actions of the gopis, especially of Srimati Radharani. So, therefore, this is one thing I'm appreciating, that even this time we're conditioned souls, but only by mercy of Guru and the Vaishnavas, they're actually engaging us directly in participating in Leela of Krishna through his Murti. And festivals like Ratha Yatra, this is a very powerful festival, very powerful time, not just time of purification, because of course when you're doing kirtan, then so much purification is there, but actually appreciating like the love of the Brijvasis and enhancing more this desire that I want to be able to have that kind of love that they have. And so therefore, on this day, then those who are sincere, then they can pray this way. When they see Lord Jagannath, they can pray that I have no actual love, I have no relation with you, but I have heard from my Gurudev how great the love of the gopis are. How I have seen from my Gurudev himself how he's always absorbed in that kind of love. I also want to have that kind of love. And now we're appreciating Jagannath. He's actually very enthusiastic to go back to Braj. That is his desire. And so therefore now you want to help them, help Jagannath go back to Braj. And in this way, Jagannath seeing that, oh, you know my heart, then easily he can fulfill your desire. So these things, if not for Vaishnavas, we will not know. And even if you know, if not for Vaishnavas arranging, having these festivals, then again, what can we do? Oh, everything really is out of the mercy and out of their inspiration that somehow or other we are beginning to see the importance and the value of these things. Therefore, my constant prayer is that I will always remain under the guidance of the Vaishnavas, because without them, really, what is there in this life?
Thank you.